What's good, people? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, first things first, for those people asking about the Q&A, the Q&A will definitely be up this evening. I'm going to film it later on today and chuck it up this evening about 8, 9 o'clock. I've just been super busy. I can't lie to you. Since I've got back to London, fuck me, London is a busy place. I've just been super busy with things to do. So 100% get it done today. Will be up this evening. James Degale's retired, people. James Degale has officially called it quits. He did obviously speak in the build-up to the Chris Eubank fight that if he lost, then there is nowhere to go and he will call it quits. And he's decided to stick to his word. There were some people thinking that he might reverse that decision. In the post-fight interview with Chris Eubank Jr., when asked a question, he didn't categorically say, yep, 100% I'm done. I think he said he'll take time to think about it. He's not taken that long, only a few days, and he decided that, enough's enough. And I guess he has watched that performance back, I think deep down he will know that he's no longer anywhere near where he was. Like, not even 30-40% of the best James Degale. The best James Degale that fought Andre Dirrell, Gonzalez, Badou Jack, Bute. He's nowhere near that guy anymore. And as painful as that is, you've got to make the right decision for yourself, your family, your health, everything. You've got to make that right decision. And I'm happy he's made that decision. Normally, when someone retires, there is a bit of me thinking, he's got a couple more in him. Like Carl Froch, when he retired after the George Groves, I remember thinking, there's maybe one or two more left. Even George Groves, when George Groves got destroyed by Callum Smith, I remember thinking, yeah, he just came back off shoulder surgery, though. If give him 5 months out of the ring and then slowly but surely build his way back up. But James Degale, 110%, the retirement was the right decision. I don't think there's anyone out there that would say it's a harsh or rushed decision. He looked bad against Chris Eubank Jr. Very, very bad. There was even spots where he got outboxed. And we're talking about an Olympic gold medalist, world champion, elite 168-pounder getting outboxed by Chris Eubank Jr. So enough is enough, and I'm happy he's made the decision. I do look back at his career and think that there was a time when he, for me, was the best 168-pounder. And we can't say that about all our world champions. We can't look at all our world champions and say legitimately they were the best at their weight division. But there was a time when I thought James Degale was the best 168-pounder out there. That performance away from home against Andre Dirrell was just fantastic. Just fantastic. And even when you go back early in his career as well, I mean, the performance against Paul Smith in Liverpool to win the British title, I think after his 8th or 9th fight, just fantastic. What did he stop Paul Smith in the 9th, I think? Just great performance. So his career has been littered with some very, very good performances. Unfortunately for James Degale, all his best performances, and there have been some really good ones, have been away from home. Badou Jack away from home, Lucian Bute, Andre Dirrell we just spoke about. So they've been away from home. And because of that, almost a bit like Amir Khan, I don't know if the British boxing public really appreciate him. I mean, I do. Trust me, I do. I appreciate him massively, but I don't know if the British boxing public really fell in love with James Degale just because he was fighting away from home. I don't know if that was his own fault. I don't know if that was a case of him signing with Al Heyman and having been forced to fight away from home. I don't know if it's because he didn't get great offers from Frank and Eddie, but his best performances have been away from home, and I don't know how he's going to be remembered because of that. There was a time after the Andre Dirrell performance, I think Eddie Hearn mentioned this recently in an IFL TV interview, where I think he could have capitalized and had a massive fight in the UK. But again, was it money that made him go back to America? Probably so, I don't know. But nonetheless, great career, fantastic career. You're talking British, I think European as well. Fought for the Commonwealth against George Groves, if I remember, lost that, but has literally fought for every belt and won 99% of them. Olympic gold medalist as well. So look, amazing career. And it's almost fitting that he retires the same time as George Groves. Both achieved amazing things in boxing, and both kind of having to call it quits now. But what do you guys make of his career? What do you think was his best performance? For me, it was the Andre Dirrell, followed closely by the Badou Jack performance, followed by Paul Smith. Those are my 3 best performances. I thought Paul Smith was just, I know it's only Paul Smith people are going to say, but regardless, I mean, 9th fight, British title, going to Liverpool as well. So he went into semi-hostile territory, put on a really good performance. Andre Dirrell, fantastic performance. Again, away from home. And then Badou Jack getting that draw against Badou Jack. And that's the fight that done it, really. That's the fight that ended James Degale. I mean, that fight was physically, and I just watched it a couple of days ago just to kind of remind myself how tough that fight was. That fight was physically tough, and he hasn't recovered from that fight. If he didn't have that fight, we could still be talking about James Degale fighting now, but he took the fight. It was unification when it was a big fight, but it took everything out of him. It took everything out of him because, again, he struggled then after Caleb Truex, and now we saw the performance against Eubank. It's a shame that he goes out like this. It's a shame that he goes out in that way, losing to Eubank as well. Obviously, a boxer always wants to go out and win, especially a big win, and they kind of deserve to sometimes, but unfortunately, this is the sport of boxing. We all can't go out like an Andre Ward beating Kovalev or a Carl Froch stopping George Groves in front of 80,000. We have to go out the way we're going out. And he went out losing a whimper to Chris Eubank Jr. But all that being said, still a great boxer, great back foot fighter, great counter puncher, used to throw combinations, had a bit of everything. And again, it's just a shame that he never really had that big British fight. I mean a big British fight where an American or whoever comes over and it's at the O2 Arena, it's sold out, and he's maybe the underdog, right? The crowd's got to get behind him, and he wins. That kind of fight. The Hatton Costa Zoo, the Calzaghe Lacey's, those kind of fights. Carl Froch Bute, the fights that really take your stock up. He didn't have those. And that's probably why the British public never really got behind him. Maybe it's that, maybe it's his arrogance, I don't know. But nonetheless, James Degale has called it quits, people. What do you think? Let me know. Peace.